Pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the roll.
Ms. Claudefelter?
Here.
Ms. Nyworth?
Here.
Mr. Scott?
Here.
Ms. Bradley?
Here.
Mr. Rice?
Here.
Colonel Taylor?
Here.
All right.
Special guest and recognition, anybody?
Nope. All right.
Excellence in education.
You bet.
Have an elementary report. I believe we have Woodland Hills tonight.
The woodsmen are in the building.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Andrea Hartzog, and this is my 4th year to serve as the principal of Woodland Hills. And I included a nice little snow picture for you where we can get our snow vibe on for tomorrow. Woodland Hills opened its doors in 1968 and is currently 54 years strong, providing educational experiences for its students. We have 32 staff members and 18 support staff. And some of them I miss greatly. I'm just going to throw that in there. We are also, when it comes to our character education program, well, things got out of line here. It's based on the 6 character traits of respect, responsibility, accountability, loyal, honest, being reliable, kind, caring, and helpful. And it's called the Woodsman Way. And it is definitely one of the forefronts of our building and what our students live by, or what they're supposed to, we strive for them to live by every single day. At the beginning of every year, we start off with our back to school night. And this is a wonderful time for our parents and students to get to come in and tour the building and meet their teachers, bring their supplies in. And it's one of our biggest nights for our building. It's really a great night. And we also honor our students every month with the Woodsman of the Month and our Citizen of the Month. And this is what we pick our students based off of the Woodsman Way. And this has been such a positive thing because you wouldn't think that kids would get this excited, but I announce it at lunchtime. And they absolutely just, watching all the kids cheer for each other when I call their names and stuff is just probably the highlight of my month. Every month getting to see these kids get excited about being picked. I don't think it's any secret that our library is probably the heart of our school. There's not one thing that happens in our building that is not around the library. And we have a wonderful librarian and librarian assistant, but we have a crazy librarian assistant who loves to decorate. And I mean, she is phenomenal. She really will, she would decorate me if I stood still long enough, is what I always tell her. You can see she turns our book fairs into magical learning experiences. And it's not just a book fair, it's an event. There's pictures and there's all kinds of estimation stations and just tons of interactive activities for her. And we even coordinated our first one this year with our Grandparents' Day. And this was an absolute wonderful thing for us. It was so good to get our parents back into the building where they could see what their grandkids were doing, and they have tons of photo opportunities, and they go to the book fair with their kids, and they buy books. And it's good. Our spring one is coming up, which will be our Dr. Seuss book fair, and this is the one that turns the library into this magical Seussical affair, I guess you would say. They also are in charge of our accelerated reader program, and they are the one who set the goals for our students, and they help them when they get stuck on what books that they may want to read or don't think that they can probably handle it. Then they kind of guide and direct them in that as well, along with their teachers. We have many, like I said, photo opportunities throughout the year for holidays. We do these little photo prop things with the kids, and the parents absolutely love them because it gives them, parents don't always have time to go take their kids to get pictures. So this provides them opportunities for us to send those pictures home with the kids. I'm absolutely blessed to say that I have one of the best PTAs and booster clubs, but my PTA is very, very strong, and they help us with like our AR parties. Just recently, last week, we had Jimmy's Donuts come in. They brought the donut truck right up to the school. The kids all got to go outside and get a bag of donuts and then go in and play bingo, and that was their reward for reaching their AR goal. In addition, they host a bingo night, and this is I've taken many pies to the face at this thing. For some reason, kids like to buy tickets and put pies in my face. So this is a great fundraiser for our PTA. But they do things throughout the year for our teachers, and they are just a wonderful support system for us, and we are blessed to have them. Along with that, like I said, Booster Club is also a huge part of Woodland Hills, and I will say thanks to them, they have kept school ball teams very active in Lawton Sports and Rec, because a lot of the teams have gone to these traveling teams. But we currently now have 12 Woodland Hills teams that are playing basketball and one soccer team, indoor soccer right now. But they are so much fun to go watch. When I go watch the little ones play flag football, they are just hilarious to watch. They really get excited. And the parents are pretty entertaining too. And we have a lot of cheerleaders, and those are all divided up among age groups. But like I said, they are a strong support system for the school and the Booster Club. And PTA together help us throw our color run, which is in May of every year. And the fire department comes out and sprays the kids as they take off up into the air, and they take off and they get splashed with the colored chalk as they run through the different stations. And we partner with the middle school from Eisenhower. Their student council comes down and helps us with that as well. So that was a great event for us. We were excited this year to be able to add makerspace to our many things that we do at Woodland Hills, and they have had some really a lot of really fun things going on in that room. I go down and watch, and with the little ones, it's amazing the different levels that STEM can do, but the little ones always amaze me more at the things that they can come up with. I think their imaginations take things just one step further. We've proudly participated in the Spirit of Survival for the last 6 years, and have been the large school winner for the last 6 years. And that has been something our whole entire student body participates in that, and they do a wonderful job every year. We try to always celebrate all of the cancer awareness. The kids enjoy the dress-up days as far as the pink out and the gold days. But more importantly, the community service that we provide, or that we try to provide to the community. We have a community service project. Somebody has one pretty much every month. Last year, 4th grade had one every month, providing for toy drives, to pet supplies for the Lawton Animal Shelter, to the food bank. We provided blankets for the Ridgecrest Drive. There was a cereal drive for the food bank on Be Kind Day, the Leah Fitch Cancer Center, and the Girls and Boys Club. We provided toys for them at Christmas as well. And that is just a really big part of what we strive to impress upon our students. We've also partnered with Cameron University for the 2nd and 7 reading program. And these athletes come to our school and read with our 2nd graders. And they come and kind of mentor with them. And that has been a wonderful thing. And I'm so thankful to Coach Brown and all the athletes who come out and help our kids with reading. And they brought them 2 books apiece, and they were so excited. I don't think my cafeteria has quite ever been that loud. And we always encourage the fun field trips, the fire department, the pumpkin patch, and our kids really enjoy. We're glad that we were able to get back to doing a lot of that this year. Of course, on 9/11, when everyone's talking about 9/11, we celebrate it as the Red Bandana Day, and we pay tribute to all of those that are fallen. But The Man in the Red Bandana is a book that was written about a man that sacrificed his life in the Twin Towers, and our kids really enjoy that book. And then we always bring the firemen in with it, and so it has that semblance, and it's just a very touching day for the students. Of course, we honored our veterans. The kids all went out with 500 flags this year and planted them in the yard, and I could not believe they all stayed, but they did. And that made me feel very good when I come back the following Monday, and all those flags were still, so we just left them there for a long time, and I kept thinking, we got to go pick those up. But the kids all wanted to go back out and help us get them too. So that was a very, very neat activity for the kids to do. Of course, when it comes holiday time, we like to do fun activities for our kids at Christmas and Thanksgiving and all those but we did Christmas Candyland this year, and the kids had a blast. They all did STEM projects as far as doing canvas paintings and making ornaments, and we had a popcorn bar, and they got to sing Christmas songs, and it was just a day that they could really enjoy the holidays together with their friends. Celebrating diversity, our third graders, this Martin Luther King thing that you see on the side there, they painted that. Every third grade class made one of those collages, and it was just really a neat activity. And they actually, it's next month that we do that, but they were celebrating Martin Luther King instead, and they thought that was, they were all looked just tremendous. They were so good. And of course, at the end of every year, we're very proud of our accomplishments through the year, and we want our kids to have those memories. So we always create a yearbook for the kids, and that they can purchase. And like I said, I've brought some of them here to share with you. So if you ever need or wonder what's going on, y'all are more than welcome to look at them. And that is
Thank
it.
you. Thank you very much. And now with the excellent education, we got, because of our CSI, to update our strategic plan to other board members. Ms. Nyworth is part of our CSI team, and she has some other information from some legislative issues that she wants to share. So,
Okay, I just wanted the board to see, this is our workbook. Not anything in there, is there? One of your handouts I gave you is the one with the blue. This is what we came up with at our 2-day meeting last week. And those are our 4 areas that we're going to be concentrating on. And we had a really, really great group of people. And it was a lot of fun. The second page is secret only to board members. It is the Google Drive address. If you want to go on and look at this book, it's there. Please do not change anything. Don't get in there, but you can look, just don't touch. But I wanted you all to have that. And then the last is the schedule of when our next days are. And as you can see down in May, it'll be brought to the board for approval, and then they'll be meeting with the principals to enact the plan. OSSBA and the K-12 Center from OU, or who is doing this, and they are right on keeping us on track. And they come back. It's a 5-year program. So every year they will be back to make sure we're doing what we said we were going to do, changing it if we need to change it. But I wanted you to all be able to see all the workbook papers that we had. My other handout is got the OSSBA update. We had a OSSBA board meeting this weekend. That ossba.org/legislative update, anybody can go into. Those are the bills. There's almost 400 bills that have been filed, and there's some really interesting bills out there. But you can go in there and it breaks them down, tells you who the author is and everything. So I wanted you to know about that. And I gave you a highlight of some of the things. Monday is an advocacy workshop that I'm going to because I'm on that committee. Day at the Capitol will be sometime in March, but they're still trying to nail down when that's going to be. I also printed the Parent Rights and Public Education piece. And what that is all these, now what am I looking for? Policies, there we go. All the policies that pertain to parent rights are listed on the left. So if you have a parent call up, you can read the policy that kind of, pertains to whatever it is that their issue is. And you can look it up for ours. That's the policy number. Also had some interesting facts there at the bottom, talking about how our per pupil expenditures have gone up. You can see that we're right up there with the region and above the region this year and per pupil, which is very exciting. Teacher salaries, we're getting there slowly but surely. So if anybody has any questions, just let me know.
Thank you, Patty. Moving along. The celebrations I have before we get too far, she talked about the strategic plan. There were numerous people in the 30s who took part. They took 2 days out of their time. Some were our educators, some were students, some were business people in town, and they gave 2 days to be a part of developing this plan, and they're not done yet. And for people to dedicate that time to help create a plan that we can, one of my sayings is you don't have to be bad to get better, that we can get better with. And it includes lots of goal areas, and this will be coming out quick. But the one thing, as Patty said, that they stress is, in our business, a lot of times we do things like that, and then we put them on a shelf and they collect. They won't let you, they commit to coming back and checking with you on a regular basis and asking you what you're doing. They encourage the people that are part of the plan to hold us accountable that we are trying to follow this plan. And also, if there's area of the plan that just don't seem to work, they come back and help us develop with the same things and the same data, try to change the wording or make the plan better fit our needs to make it more of a living document. And so very excited for all the hard work those people in and very thankful for them. We also have a few announcements. The students in the floral design class at LRC, I know all of you watched the podcast, but if you've seen some of those designs that 2 weeks in a row, they've brought us what they've made that week, and I think Lynn's taking it home every week. I'm not. She really, if you see on the podcast, she gets to hold it. But it's really amazing. We started that at semester to see those students, and they're students from all walks of life, to see those students develop a skill that they can use. We've already got flower shops in town that are interested in hiring these people as seasonal help and summer help, and as they learn what they're doing. And that's what Life Ready is all about.
Tell them about the fundraiser.
Yeah, they're doing a fundraiser. Orders must be placed by February 4th to be guaranteed. And they got carnations, roses, and greenery wrapped in pretty paper with a bow. Look on the LPS website or Facebook page for information and ordering. So that's pretty exciting too that they're doing that. And again, I looked at the prices. They're very, very competitive with anyone else. So we're excited about the opportunity for them to do that. And then FFA and the Masonic Lodge, they do an annual dessert auction. They have moved that because of the weather we've got coming to Sunday at 1 o'clock. So that used to be, I think, a couple days in Thursday and Friday, I think, was the original schedule. Friday, Saturday was the original schedule, and they moved it to Sunday at 1. And then
it's at the fairgrounds.
Fairgrounds, I'm sorry, yes. Fairgrounds. It's at the Comanche County Fairgrounds in the Expo building. And then shout out to the swimmers, from all three Lawton High Schools. They were earned medals at the Southwest Area Championship Swim Meet in Altus, and they're moving on to Edmond for Friday for regionals, if weather permits, obviously. Speaking of weather, as you know, we are remote, and we're going to put out more information, and we're trying to get everyone to understand, and we're trying to use 2 words, remote or virtual. We have to understand remote. Our staff is at home. They're posting work. You do the work as needed. If it snows 6 inches, go out and play in the snow. Come back at 6 o'clock at night, do your work. If it's virtual, that's when our teachers or staff come to school and we work in synchronous with our students. So at the same time, you're logging on with them. And so we're trying to keep it to 2 words. You hear different words that people use across the state, and there are some different codings words that we use when we're talking in our lingo at schools. There's DYAP and there's all these different things that I don't even know what. We're using remote and virtual. So as a parent, if it's remote, it is work when you can get the work done. Teachers should answer emails throughout. Doesn't mean if you email them, they're going to answer you in 2 minutes. But they are checking their email regularly throughout the time period. Right now, we are remote Wednesday and Thursday. We'll look at the weather Friday and try to let you know what we're going to do on Friday as soon as possible so you can make plans. We always try to let our parents make plans. Shout out to Colonel Taylor and his staff, because they share information with us a lot to help us make this decision. We work together on it. And I think that's the last thing I had.
Okay. Next is the bond.
Yes. Now we got to vote on, this is on that item, which is 5B and 5C. We've already approved this. COVID has created lots of things, but because of COVID, we had some breakdowns in communication because the people out. We were supposed to sell these at the last meeting, so now we got to start all over because they didn't get put on the agenda because whoever got the email or whatever, it didn't get put on because somebody was out. So we just got to start all over, but these are selling bonds. This is to put out for bid bonds that are part of the 2017 bond issue. So
Need a
We
motion?
did this once and then we're doing it again
Yeah,
because
it's
of
the
that.
same.
Yes.
Because of mistake. Okay. I'll make a motion, we approve to sell our
Second.
bonds.
I second it.
Call the roll.
Ms. Carpenter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Does that include 5B?
yeah, now 5C is a resolution for the fixed amount of general, for the taxable series. So we need a motion to
Make a motion that we
Approve that.
approve 5C. Second.
Call the roll.
Okay. Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Klopfelter?
Yes.
Okay, any announcements?
I've covered my
You
announcements.
covered your
Yep.
announcements? Okay, the consent agenda. Anybody have anything to be removed? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Call the roll.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Klopfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes. Do we need an executive session?
No, ma'am.
Aw. All righty, then let's move down to your personnel report.
Yes, we just need a motion to approve it.
Make a motion to approve personnel report.
A and B.
Second.
A and B.
A and B, yep. Okay, call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Klopfelter?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Okay, is there any new business?
The new business is, and you have it on here for 13, so we can talk about it, but the next meeting we move to the 24th for a couple reasons, but so it'll be the 24th at 5:15 instead of the 17th. We've already posted that with the clerk, and so we're ready to roll.
All right. Board announcements, I have one. The PTA Council is having a mental health forum on the 15th of February at the Life Ready Center, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. We're going to feed you some spaghetti. We will be giving our Reflections Awards from National PTA, and then we will have a panel of people, and they're going to each talk, Pam, they're going to each talk about a different concern of mental health with students and parents, and so it's a really good panel. And then we'll also have a bunch of tables with information. Chief's going to be there with a couple of information things, and gosh, we got a wide variety. And as soon as the flyer is out, we were trying to get all our presenters on the flyer. So we'll get it to you for the specifics, and Lynn will get it out to everybody. Anything else?
Stay warm.
Stay warm. All righty, meeting adjourned.
Okay.